Hello, everyone. Gary Laubach, Mike Joseph. We are behind the mic as Lafayette gets ready to go on the road. They're going to go to Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, Christy Matheson Memorial Stadium, as they will take on the Bison of Bucknell. Bucknell is 3-5 overall. They lost their first Patriot League game in a heartbreaking 21-20 loss to Georgetown on Saturday. So it is only Holy Cross right now with a 0 as far as losses are concerned in the league. We, of course, lose a heartbreaker ourselves, 34-28. As we took on Holy Cross, the team favored to win the league and certainly more favorable now to win the league. Mike, you and I have both played a lot of athletics in our life. How do you rebound from this, knowing now you've got the two losses? Two losses almost virtually never wins the Patriot League. Now, how do you rebound mentally?
Well, I don't think Lafayette's played a full game yet. That's the thing. I mean, it's all about the team. It's about, the offense, defense, and special teams. This team has to come together and put a full football game together. It doesn't matter if you're playing Holy Cross or Bucknell or Stonehill or whoever. They just need to put a full game together, and I think that's what it is all about with practice. There's certain guys that have to look themselves in the mirror right now because, in certain situations, the defense is not stopping the run. They're allowing too many yards for the quarterback to run the ball. They have issues in the secondary where they're not tackling well. And then offensively, they have drives that stall out in the red zone. I mean, this is a red zone team that's really struggling. And even defensively, Lafayette is last in the red zone in stopping people. 21 possessions in the red zone against our defense and 17 touchdowns, okay? It's something that's you have to correct. And I think that's what you go into this practice here and you go into the last 4 weeks is saying we need to get better as a team. And overall, it doesn't matter who we play. Let's play Lafayette football.
Yeah, and let's get a little bit optimistic. If we win out, we go 8-4. 8-4 is a good football season. If we win out, we beat Lehigh. That's always a great football season if you do that. So there are plenty of things to accomplish before this season comes to a close. Mike, as we look at this past ball game, getting down 21-0 had to be a killer. Our kicking game was not good again, and that really hurt us also. So there's areas where we must improve. You talked about the defense, but I think we can improve, particularly against maybe the rest of the schedule.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we can run our offense. We can do the things we need to do, but like you said, there's areas that we're struggling in that need to get better. The special teams need to get better. You can't punt the ball, for 34 yards a game. It's just you're not changing field position at all with your punt game. And then we're not getting much out of our kick return as well. That's another area that we're suffering in. We are doing well in punt returns, and we caused a fumble on a kickoff, which got us back in the game. But when you get down 21-0, you have to be able, and we talked about it, yours and my key to the game. The first one was absorb that first blow, and Lafayette did that. Okay, but 21-0 is a really tough. You look at from that point on, Lafayette outscored them 28-13. Lafayette is as good a team, if not better, than Holy Cross. They just need to play that way in certain situations.
Yeah, I mean, we were within 10 yards of winning this football game and just could not put that touchdown on the board. A really tough final play of the game for the Leopard offense. So close to being a touchdown, and then we win the game. So it's just the way it is. I don't think anybody put it better than John Troxell did earlier in the season. He said, last year we won a lot of ball games we could have lost. And he said, maybe this year we're losing ball games that we could have won. That's the way football is. You have to play it till the very, very end. All right, Bucknell comes in under Dave Cicchini, a great wide receiver at Lehigh, so he knows Lafayette very, very well. This is a pretty good Bucknell team led by a quarterback that is outstanding, Ralph Rucker. Most people don't realize that he was an Oklahoma transfer, so he was a quarterback at Oklahoma.
Yeah, he's a good football player, and he had a couple weeks off. I think he's healthy now. He wasn't healthy for a while, 3 or 4 games where he didn't play, so I think he's coming back healthy. He's got fresh legs. The thing that worries me about him is he's got great wide receivers. Weatherly can run the ball. You look at last year's game, and Lafayette held them to minus 24 yards rushing. That was phenomenal. And now you make him put it in the air. He throws for 300, but they became one-dimensional. And I think that's what Lafayette has to do. Lafayette has 7 sacks or 6 sacks this year total. They had 7 sacks last year against Bucknell. But Bucknell's got a good offense. Weatherly's fantastic on the outside. They're playing at home, which is always a tough place to play out there. But Rutger can certainly get it done. And last year he ran for 35 yards, scrambling, avoiding things, extending plays. He's a tough one, and he's healthy.
Yeah, he was very hard to control in last year's ball game. He has set 3 passing records last year in yards, completions, and touchdowns. No interceptions in the last 3 ball games. He's been very accurate, very good. Their running back is Tariq Thomas, 5'11", 185-pound freshman. He has come on, and Mike, he's averaging almost 5 yards a carry.
Yeah, there's some good running backs this year in the league, aren't there? I mean, we watched Clairvaux last year. Obviously, we have Jamar, and we have other backs as well. But, Tariq can really get it done. If you give him a crease, he's got the speed to hit that crease. And, Lafayette early in ball games has yet to figure out kind of stopping that running game. They need to do that, especially on first down. That's been a little bit of a problem for them. But Tyreek can do it. And if you get the running game going with him and then you open up the passing game, a lot of things are good for Bucknell.
Their defense gives up 31 points per ball game. They have an outstanding linebacker in Gavin Willis. They lead the league in interceptions, so they certainly are very active and very athletic in the secondary. Aaron Davis and Roman Pearson are 2 outstanding cornerbacks, and John Schlendorf at safety, 56 tackles. I don't know if that's good news or bad news, but 56 tackles from your safety position means people are at least getting to him. But he has 4 tackles for a loss and a couple of sacks. This is a very athletic football team looking to rise every single year and just get better and better. This, I think, for them and obviously for us, is a pivotal football game.
Yeah, I think for them, this is a game they haven't beaten us in a while, and they took a beating last year. Lafayette was up, I think, 35-0 in the first half, and that was probably the best game Dean had thrown for 4 touchdowns. But this is a team that's dangerous and dangerous at home. They want to win. They played better this year. They obviously had a big win at VMI. They have some good football, and they play Georgetown right to the wire. So this is a team that's going to be hungry. They have, again, a lot to play for coming forward. They want it. They're trying to establish a program. Dave Cicchini's a fantastic coach. They just need to, again, put all 3 phases together, which I don't think they have. So this is a lot of parity in this league. Even though Holy Cross is at the top, Lafayette certainly could have beaten them.
And Bucknell still has Holy Cross, so they can't get that second loss. If they go into the Holy Cross game with just 1 loss, they have a shot at a Patriot League championship. Lafayette certainly do not want to give them that chance. What are you doing inside the huddle?
We're going to talk about pass rush. We're going to talk about certain things, pass rush lanes, pass rush leverage, and then obviously spatial awareness to where the right-handed quarterback is, because, again, Rutger ran for 35 yards. We did sack him for -14, and we did sack him 17 times, but he did escape sometimes, and we've had a lot of trouble keeping guys in the pocket and getting different levels where quarterbacks can escape. So we're going to talk about leverage, we're going to talk about lanes, and we're going to talk about awareness. Pass rush is the key this week.
You made a point, too. Quarterbacks against us so far this year, they're picking up big yardage.
Yeah, they're picking up close to 300 yards rushing, a 6.2 average. When that happens with a quarterback on those downs like 3rd down and long and 3rd down and 7, you can't get off the field. And I think Lafayette's having a little bit of trouble getting off the field on 3rd down. That's got to improve.
That's why we put him inside the huddle. I don't know why they put us behind the mic, but that has been behind the mic. Glad you spent some time with us. Go Leopards as they take on the Bison of Bucknell. That is a 1 o'clock start on Saturday.